So I'll just set this down right here. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? As you can see, I'm on my back porch doing some grilling, but I figured while I was sitting out here, it's not too hot today, I'd go ahead and get a little bit of a talk in with you guys, especially weekend warriors. And yes, this is wine. I do enjoy wine. It's delicious. It's actually only been since recently, though, that I started drinking wine. Didn't used to like wine, but it's doing really good. So, anyways, we'll wait for some people to jump in here, and then we will get started, because I have some special offers for you guys who haven't taken advantage of getting in the course or didn't take advantage of getting in the course for $200. I'll be doing something special for you guys, since I know that there are still some people out there. I get messages on a regular basis now saying, no, the course isn't $200 anymore. It's kind of funny. So basically, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get into it. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get these chickens on the grill while I wait for y'all. By the way, if you haven't cooked on a green egg before, it's definitely recommended. It's my favorite, at least. Make sure I'm still on the camera here. Okay, yeah, we're good. You got your first SMMA sales appointment on Monday. Nice. What kind of business is it with? Oh yeah. So in case you guys have never tried this before, you just get some chicken, some Italian dressing, and you just sit it in that bag of Italian dressing. But boy, is that stuff good. I tell you what. Get those bad boys on there. An insurance broker. Oh gosh, insurance is always fun. Just because there's a lot of regulation that goes on with insurance. So my biggest advice would just be to be careful. I don't think I have any chicken juice on me. My biggest advice is just to be careful. You can definitely do an insurance broker. Just be careful with the messaging that you put out, what type of ads you're running, because that will be a super important part, or something that you're going to want to pay attention to, just because there are certain things you can and cannot say with insurance agents. So definitely be careful with that. And the same applies to anybody in financial industry or medical, anything like that, where there's just strict regulations, drugs and alcohol, stuff like that. You guys are going to want to be careful with those kinds of clients, or what kind of content you're actually promoting for those kinds of clients. So just really quickly, guys, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity. Thanks everybody for checking in. Write your name in the message board so I know you're here and where you're from, or you know, what kind of agency or what kind of niche your agency focuses on. That would be cool to see. But basically, guys, so what I wanted to give you, I know a lot of you probably noticed that my course jumped up to $350. I've been saying it for months that it was going to happen, and it finally did on Thursday. So just real quick, for any of you who haven't been able to get in my course for the $200, I'm going to offer you guys a special one-time promotion. Basically, the first 5 people who message me on Facebook, so go like my Facebook page, Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur, and the first 5 people, 5 who message me and ask me for a promo code, I'm going to give $75 off, so that way you can get into the course for, what is that, $275. So you're getting an extra $75 off. And, you know, there really is no reason why tons of people won't hit that up. So I'm sure I'll get some messages from you guys. And again, it's going to be the first 5. So make sure if you want that spot inside the course, or you want that discount, it's only going to last for a day. That discount will only last for a day. It's not going to just be something you get to hold on to. It only lasts for about 24 hours, or for exactly 24 hours. And then after that, it will be canceled. So again, if you want that discount, just go ahead, head on over to Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur on Facebook and send me a message. I will get you guys in that course. And again, only 5 people are going to get that discount. So, but let's go ahead and get into some questions. So how should I promote? Oh, actually, before that, one last thing. If you guys haven't checked out yet or haven't seen it yet, I did just start my monthly mentorship program for digital marketing and social media marketing. So basically how that works is each week I'm going to be uploading videos from, so I've created a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, and you will actually be able to go into that group and upload questions and concerns that you have, and I will basically each week create a video to go along with the biggest and most important concerns you guys are having with running your agency, stuff like that. So it's a small monthly cost, way cheaper than my course. If you guys are interested in checking that out, go ahead and go on over to the Digital Marketing School. It's under the sales tab. You'll see the 2 different courses there. But that's just if you're interested in doing something like that. So now we'll get to the questions. Sorry. Now we'll get to the questions. How should I promote a nightclub? Just some free tips, please. A nightclub? I mean, that's the thing, guys. I get this question all the time. How should I promote this type of business or that type of business? It's all the same. You do it all the same. You just come up with different messaging. So if it's a nightclub, you're going to try and reach people who want to party or have a good time. So that's what your messaging will be about. That's the thing. You do it the same way. You look at what I call SWEPs. This is my acronym, SWEPs, SWEPS, if you haven't heard it before. And basically, SWEPs goes over or is the 5 pieces of digital marketing. So social media marketing, website development and design, email marketing and automation, P is pay-per-click, and then SEO, search engine optimization. So you take those 5 parts and you determine what are the best 5 parts for that business. Or, are there some that you don't need to utilize? Are there some that you definitely need to utilize? And then once you determine which parts you're going to use in the campaign, that's all you do. You build content around that. So for a nightclub, just a quick example, you could do obviously social media. That's going to be a big one. The website's going to be a big one because that's where they will probably convert or sell tickets, stuff like that. So all you're going to do is create really enticing social media posts, videos. What's really cool with nightclubs, they have awesome, scenery at night. So go shoot some live video of the club when it's packed and having a bomb time, and then you put that out as a promotional video saying, hey, we're selling tickets to this weekend, stuff like that. And that's all you really want to do. I mean, it's not going to be any different for any type of business. If you were to do or if you had a client who was a car dealer, you would do the exact same thing. You would look at, what works for them, or what is good in the car industry, what people are talking about that's good, what people are talking about that are issues, and then you just create content around that. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink it, because it is that simple. You really want to do it the same for every business. Sorry, I'm just flipping my chicken. See, this is how you do it, guys. You gotta multitask. Sometimes you gotta cook dinner and do live videos at the same time. But getting back to what I was saying, I mean, basically that's all you need to know. Creating a campaign is going to be the same for any type of business, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a nightclub, a doctor. You literally just look at the products they sell and you create hype content around that, and then you promote it using targeted advertising on Facebook. Use email for follow-up. You do retargeted ads once they hit the pixel on the website. I mean, that's really it. It's not that difficult. So, it can be difficult, I guess, but it comes down to, are you planning it out? Make sure you do the planning ahead of time. So don't just go out there and try to create ads. And this is actually, I'm uploading this video to my course tomorrow, or it's going to be in the next 2 days, basically. But this is a video that I'm actually working on, and it's creating the ad flow or building the ad flow to your campaign. So starting off with Facebook ads, which leads into your funnel page, which leads into getting them to sign up for emails. And then you go through the whole email flow, and then you actually start retargeting them. So it's like a 4-step, 5-step process, depending on what you're actually using to convert them into a sale. So again, it's not difficult. You just have to take the time to plan it out. Make sure you're using the right type of material. You're creating content that goes along with the ads that you're trying to promote, and that's it. How much clients do you currently have? I have several. I don't really see that as an important thing. I have several. If you want to know more about digital marketing, ask me about that. But my clients are my clients. I don't ever really get that question. People want to know how many clients do I currently have. I have several clients that I work with right now, but that doesn't matter. I mean, is that getting you sales? No. I would just say, the biggest thing, focus on getting yourself sales. Um, that's where I see, and I guess the reason why it kind of irks me a little when I get that question is because I see so many people who say they want to be successful with this, right? And then they'll go and add me on Snapchat, and when I see their stories, all I see is them partying, hanging out with friends, never doing anything work related. And it's just, you want to see results, but you have to do the right things to get the results. That's all I'm trying to say. I used to sell it. I'm gonna run an ad campaign to give away 1 year tow club for what is that? 1 year tow club for name, email, and number, and willing to get insurance quote. That's actually a pretty good idea. If they're willing to do, a year of towing for free, that's pretty sweet. I mean, I would definitely, at least sign up for an insurance quote to get a free year of towing if that came with it. If you got me a quote that was competitive and at the same time were able to give me that 1 year towing, that'd be awesome. I'd definitely join that. Or I would definitely at least sign up to get some information. I think that's a really cool campaign idea. Let's see, how do you manage multiple clients' social media accounts such as commenting, liking, etc.? That's where you're going to want to get some social media management software involved. So Hootsuite makes it really easy so that way you see everything in one spot. Another thing is just having a social media manager. When you start scaling and taking on enough clients, you should be making enough money to start outsourcing to some people, hiring virtual assistants, stuff like that. So you can actually hire a virtual assistant. It's called virtualcoworker.com. There's several other websites out there. I would recommend always looking into hiring someone from the Philippines, but you can hire tons of people to do those jobs, so you don't actually have to sit there and do the monotonous work of posting to Facebook and replying to comments, and that's another thing you also want to do. That's why setting the expectation up front is so important with this. And it's just stuff you learn as you go into it. But with social media, like responding to comments, responding to messaging, stuff like that, that's something you want to talk to the business about up front. And if you're only charging $1,000 a month, I don't do the social commenting and responding. I leave that to them, and you have to make sure they understand that. Yes, I'm going to give you $1,000 a month, but if there's commenting on your page, if there's messaging, you do have to handle that portion of the marketing campaign. That's the thing. You guys have to set the expectation up front and be very, very clear with them, so that way they understand what their role will be in the marketing, and then what your role is supposed to be. If Likealizer won't recognize the Facebook page link. Okay. I get this question a lot, so that's actually a pretty good question, and I'll go into that really quickly. Basically, all you have to, sorry, there's flies because I'm out here grilling, obviously. But so on Likealizer, when you enter in a URL, it's looking for a custom URL. So if the person doesn't have 100 likes on Facebook, basically, they won't actually be able to have their page likealized. I know that's not a verb, but we're going to make it one. If they don't have at least 100 likes, because what happens is on Facebook, when you build a business page, once you get 100 likes, you're able to create a custom URL. Until that point, it's going to be a bunch of jumbled numbers and letters, and that doesn't work when you actually try to upload it to Likealizer, or when you try to import that URL into Likealizer and get it to analyze their business. So it has to be a custom URL. So that's one thing you would want to look at before you even run a Likealizer. Just look at the URL. Like when you go to their business page, look at the URL. If it looks customized, great. If it's not, then it won't work. And that's basically it. Let me check my chicken one more time. Oh, it's smelling good. Again, Italian dressing. Just let it marinate all day. And you look good. All right, we're back. So again, guys, for those of you who missed it or who are just tuning in, if you missed the opportunity to get the digital marketing course for $200, that's okay. All you have to do is reach out to me on my Facebook page, Jordan Steen - Serial Entrepreneur, and I am going to be sending out 5 promotional offers for people to get into the course for $75 off. So that makes the total only $275 instead of $350. Again, there's only going to be 5 of those that I'm giving out. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely message me quickly. I've already gotten one person message me and wants the discount code. So that's one. There's only 4 left now. So First people to do it are going to get it. Past that, I'm not going to give out any more. So, but let's get into talking about because one of the questions I got earlier was creating the ad flow, and or and this is a question I get a lot, is how do you actually start the marketing campaign? And one of the first things you need to do is just, number one, what I start with always is the research. All right, so I pull up all of their social media accounts, I pull up their website, I get into their marketing campaign if they have one, I look and see if they've been practicing SEO, if they're running Google Ads, I look at all of it, all right? And that's pretty much what you do in the audit too, right? But once you look at all of it, you determine what they're currently doing, what's been working, what's not been working. Then what you're going to do from there is you're going to start to build audiences. That's like the next step. So step 2 is building your audiences. So you have to determine who the best audiences are going to be on each platform to try and market to. They will be generally the same, so it's not too different per platform. But you're going to want to look into those and say, okay, well, this is for Facebook. We want to find targeted users on Facebook that are going to be more likely to convert. So that's what you do. You look into the types of interest groups, what demographic information there's available around the niche that you're working in. There's several different things you're going to want to look at, but you do the research on the audience. And once you determine who the audience is, then you're going to want to figure out, okay, well, now that I know who the audience is, what are their pain points? What are they really happy with, and what are they really upset with this industry? So if it's cars, say like they're really happy with the gas mileage they're getting out of the new engines, but they're really unhappy with how the transmission goes out. That might be something that you focus on in your ad content or in your ad copy or your actual content that you put out. So whether it be a blog post, a Facebook post, or a Facebook ad, whatever you're trying to use. All right. So then once you find out the pain points, the good and the bad of the industry, you start creating content. That's it. So you start to plan out, all right, well, what am I going to write on Facebook? What am I going to write on Instagram? What am I going to write for blog posts? Do I need to change anything on the website? All of that's going to be important, right? So then once you create the content, all you're going to do is start setting up your scheduling. So if you create, a bunch of content about, good things and bad things about cars, then all you're going to do is say, okay, I'm going to write 5 blog articles on those topics, right? And this is just an example, but say you write 5 blog articles for that month for that customer. All right, then all you're going to do is you're going to look at those 5 blog articles that you wrote, or even if you do a vlog, but you can take those 5 blog articles that you put together, and all you're going to do is basically create Facebook posts around that blog and vlog. All right, so you'll basically take all of the content that you put together in the blog or vlog, and then you'll take snippets of it and create little Facebook posts around it, and then try and promote it that way. That's it. It's super simple. So that's all you really want to think about. Launching a campaign is the same for every single business. It's the type of messaging, the pros and cons of each business. That's going to be the important stuff, right? Because all that matters is, are you getting the right type of messaging to potential buyers? Because if you're sending buyers to something, or if you're giving them information about something they don't care about, then it's not really going to get them into maybe checking out the business or checking out the website or anything like that. So that's going to be it's super crucial, and that's why I recommend planning, because if you don't plan, then you don't know if you're, sorry, let me do this. Woo! All right. So if you don't plan, basically you're not doing enough to determine if your messaging is even congruent. That's the word I'm looking for. So basically, when you start with your Facebook ad, does your Facebook ad have anything to do with the funnel page that you're taking them to next? So if for example, me, if I were to do a digital marketing audit Facebook ad, which some of you guys might have seen, I've been running those. But if you do a digital marketing Facebook ad, but then you take them to the funnel and there's nothing in that funnel about the digital marketing audit, or sorry, if you do a digital marketing audit Facebook ad, but then you take them to the funnel and there's nothing in the funnel about the digital marketing audit, and it's about something, say it's about not acquiring because that's similar, but like say it's like learning SEO is the content on that page, that doesn't have anything to do with what you gave them in the ad, right? And I see this all the time where people will create an ad, and then the ad that they have leads them to a funnel page, but then there's nothing in the funnel that has anything to do with the ad. That's why planning all of this out is so important, because when you plan it, you know where the customer is planning to go the whole time. So that's why I start with the ad section or the post or vlog or whatever. And then I plan out what the funnel will look like. And then after the funnel, they're probably going to sign up, right? Submit contact information, which will lead them into an email flow. So then I plan the email flow to be similar or match the content from the ad that I put together and the funnel, right? And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to create retargeting ads to those people. You can use similar messaging from your initial ad. You don't even have to necessarily use that. Retargeting is just the purpose of keeping your content in front of them, because again, it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 times of someone seeing something before they're actually going to buy from you, right? That's just a general sales rule. So Yvonne says, I live on a Caribbean island, small island, where tourists change almost every week. How to reach those tourists? Man, to be honest with you, that's not going to be a very good strategy. And the only reason, I mean, you could use like Facebook location settings, people who are traveling, but it's just not, it's not going to be a high converting session, because I'm guessing that most people come there. I know I personally have been there on a cruise, so that's like a 1-day trip. So you might be able to reach them that way. But then again, when most people are on vacation in Caribbean island or any type of island, they don't use their phone a ton. And that's the main way you would be reaching them. But they don't use their phone a ton because of the fact that they're on vacation. It's long distance. It costs more money. So that's a really, really tough question to ask, actually. If they were, if they were coming from locally to travel, that would be a different idea. But, I honestly don't have an answer for you with that, just because I've never had to do tourists that are coming from somewhere that don't also live in the same country. Does that make sense? So that's something you're going to have to test. I don't have the answers for everything. I try to be as good as I can, but I gotta say that's a difficult one to think out. You're gonna have to put some real thought into that. If the monthly ad budget is 400, do you spend 100 each week for 4 weeks, or do you spend 200 for 2 weeks? Well, if the ad budget is $400, first and foremost, I take anywhere from a 20 to 30% management fee off of that. So that would be 10% is $40. So I'd take anywhere from 80 to 120 bucks. Yeah, 80 to 120 bucks off the top of that 400. Remember, anytime you run an ad spend, they're not paying you for that ad spend unless you take off a management fee. So you want to, and you're not just going to do all the work for free, right? So if I do run an ad campaign or an ad budget of $400, I take off 20 to 30%, and then I run the rest broken up over those 4 weeks. And I do it over a 4-week time period. I mean, there's no real difference in what you're saying. You said $100 for 4 weeks or $200 for 2 weeks, or for each 2 weeks. I mean, that's basically the same thing. So I don't really know how else to answer that, but I think I did. Let me know if you still have questions. How do you present your services to business owners? I have a proposal that I go over and a proposal template that I use. You can actually, Jose, you can head over to my YouTube channel, and I have a video on there about the proposal, how to build it, what information I put inside the proposal, stuff like that. So, all right, let's see what we got here. And I like to I'm definitely going to keep mentioning this because I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet. I also have started a mentorship program. It's a weekly program where you upload content to a private Facebook group. I create videos about that content and go over it in my monthly marketing, or in the mentorship program. So if you guys are interested in that, it's super cheap. It's $20 a month to join. If you're interested in that, just head over to the Digital Marketing School, digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com, and you can join that mentorship program and get in there. I'm only going to take so many students inside of that mentorship program. I can't have hundreds and hundreds in a mentorship program, right? I'm only going to take a limited number of students in the mentorship program. So you guys, if you want to get in something like that, seating is limited. Just make sure you get in there soon. Let's see here. Have you thought about creating a Facebook page community for aspiring digital marketers and anyone interested in the topic? I haven't thought about creating a page like that, or at least, I guess I have thought about creating a public group like that. I just haven't actually done it yet. Let me get these chickens. I don't want them to burn. Woo! by the way. I know I don't get paid for this either, but Green Egg is a great smoker. So I have thought about creating a private, or not a private, but an open group for people who are interested. And I probably will do that pretty soon just because it is a great way for me to keep in contact with everybody who's interested in my channel and stuff like that, give you guys an easier way to reach out to me. So I'll probably end up creating a group or an open group for people who are interested in just learning more. But again, that's what my mentorship program is about. If you're looking to ask questions, get more information, that's what this mentorship program is all about. And that's why I made it so cheap. I wanted to give you guys a way to find information directly from someone who's doing it. If you ever, wanted to, if you ever wanted to get into digital marketing, that's a great way for you to actually get direct information, direct help directly from someone who is doing it themselves, like I mentioned. And then there will be other people in the group that are just as passionate as you are about it. Because again, only someone who's passionate about digital marketing is going to join a mentorship group, right? So there will be other people in the group that you'll be able to converse with as well that are just as passionate and driven with regards to digital marketing as you are. So let's see, if I target the resorts where they are staying, you think it could work? It definitely could. It's just, again, you have to make sure, you have to see if they're even going to be using their phones. I don't know how many. I know me personally, my family, friends, when we go on vacation like that overseas or something like that where it's away from the US, we don't even use our phones. So uh, that could be something that's going to hinder you from getting results if they aren't using the phone, or if they aren't using their computer. They're never going to. And then computer is a bad way to advertise to tourists anyways. If I'm thinking about it, tourists are out and about and they're going around places unless they're at the resort. And when I'm at the resort, I'm not on the computer. So again, that's just going to be very, very difficult, but it could work. You're just going to have to, unfortunately, do some testing. Testing sucks because it's a waste of money. It's not a waste of money. It gets you data and it gets you information, but you do have to put that money up front, and it's an investment. You don't always get that back. So, the best advice I can give you is that you're going to have to test it. I've never done something like that myself, so you're just going to have to try it out. Tips for Twitter growth, look into a bot if you want my honest opinion. I don't put too much emphasis into Twitter anymore unless they are an artist or a writer or some sort of public figure, because nowadays those are really the only people who do well on Twitter. Um, you don't see many small businesses doing great on Twitter just because that's not where people are going to find information or to follow businesses like that. They follow people on Twitter. That's what I've noticed the most. People do really well on Twitter. People who actually have a face, not a business. So, um, I personally, again, I don't spend too much time on Twitter, but you definitely could. Some good tips are building lists. Building lists is a great way. That way you can connect with people in your industry. There's a few tools out there to find popular accounts if you wanted. But again, I just wouldn't focus too much on Twitter. I focus more on the platforms that are relevant. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, those are really, the most prominent social media platforms. And then if it's a B2B type business, LinkedIn all the way. So basically, if you charge 1K a month for SMMA service, the client also has to pay for the ad spend, and you take a percentage of the ad spend for management fees. That's correct. So if they spend $1,000 on social media management, because remember, that's social media management. That's not ad spend or anything like that. Ad spend is completely separate. So if they do ad spend, you want to take a management fee off of that. And that's the thing. This is what every agency does. I have never met an agency that does ad spend for free. So, I know it seems like a lot, but that's the biggest thing. That's one of the biggest mistakes most people make in this industry is underpricing themselves. They'll do 5 social media marketing campaigns, build a website. Like, I had a kid message me not too long ago saying that he was going to build a 20,000 product inventory site on Shopify for $400. That'll never happen. Even the outsourcing couldn't get done for that much. So, like, you just have to make sure that you're paying attention to what your value is versus how much they're going to pay. You don't want to charge someone, $1,000 and you're doing everything digital marketing has to offer. You will never make money that way. You'll actually probably lose money. So yes, to answer that question, you basically just charge, a percentage off the top of the ad spend. Do you have to have thousands of followers in order for you to start a business in Instagram? If by start a business on Instagram, like start a business page? No, I'll show you really quick actually. Let me see. All right, so when you get on, let me get my, so I can make sure I'm showing this right. All right, so when you get on Instagram, or there we go. When you get on Instagram, basically this little 3 dots up here, you're gonna click that. You'll be taken to this page right here, and then all you're gonna do is you scroll up to where right there it says switch back to personal account. It will actually say switch to business profile, and that's all you do. You just link your business profile to your Facebook business page. Set up, nice and easy, right? I hope that's what you were looking for. Yvonne, yeah, definitely let me know how that works. That would be interesting for me to hear. Because again, I've never done something like that, so I think that would be really cool to see if that's going to be something that you can take advantage of, because that'll be something that I can take on and pass on to my students. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. My chicken's about done. I just wanted to do a quick little video for you guys. I've done a few this week. So last little thoughts, or last little bit. If you haven't followed me yet on all of my platforms, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook at Jordan Steen-Serial Entrepreneur. Instagram at instagram.com/serial_entrepreneur. Snapchat at serialent. And then again, if you guys haven't checked out yet, I actually have had 2 people already message me for the discount that I'm offering. I'm giving a $75 discount on the digital marketing school. If you guys missed it before it jumped up to $350, if you want that $75 discount, you need to message me right now. There's only 3 left. So I will be giving those out to the first 5 people that message me and ask for the coupon. Again, it only lasts for 24 hours, so you'll have to use it immediately. And then if you are interested in digital marketing or wanting to get into something like that, just go check out the digital marketing the digital marketing mentorship program. It's a great program for you guys who don't have a ton of experience yet, or you do have a ton of experience and you're looking to just get direct help. But if you're not familiar with digital marketing, you're thinking about checking out the industry, definitely check that out. Sign up for that. That'll be a great way for you to interact with me, and we can do some one-on-one mentoring and conversation there. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys have all had a great week, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. If you like this video, throw a thumbs up on there. I would appreciate that, and share it with some friends if you feel like it's warranted. But I'm going to get out of here, guys, and hopefully I didn't burn my chicken. So I will talk to you guys probably sometime this weekend. I might do another live video this weekend, and then I'll talk to you guys definitely next week. So for now, guys, I will talk to you soon. Serial Entrepreneur out.